and may the Sith be with you. Today's a special day for the dark side. I didn't want to do my vlog on May the 4th because there was just a barrage of information coming out of social media. I was like, I can't take it, I can't take it. My brain is gonna, my circuits are frying. R2-D2 help me. So the first thing that I watched was, I got back from the gym and then my friend was like, Kenobi trailer, go now. And I was like, trailer number 2? All right, let's do this. And I watched that and I was like, oh fuck, that's good, man. Like, I know the first kind of 40% was just like a re-showing of what we've seen in trailer number 1, but they always do that, right? Because I don't want to see, actually now that I've seen this second trailer, that's it. I don't want to see any more trailers. I don't want to see any more footage because it's going to ruin it for me. It's enough. I already got the gist of what the story is about. It's enough. It's enough. And yeah, it looks pretty good. There's lots of Easter eggs in the trailer, which is always like it's kind of a tradition now. But please, like with the Easter eggs, I think that like we need to focus more on, there's a story there and we want to follow the story arc and the characters, and just like don't over focus on putting Easter eggs in every single freaking scene, you know? It's too much. And yeah, there were a couple of things that I noticed that were like new. The first one was Kenobi was holding a weapon. I was like, wait a minute. And then one of my friends, Eric, like pointed out to me, I think that blaster belonged to Rey. And I was like, no way. That's the Disney sequel. So it looks like if you freeze it and take a screenshot, which is like what every single Star Wars fan was doing yesterday, you will see that the blaster that Kenobi's holding looks very similar to the blaster Han Solo gives to Rey Skywalker in The Force Awakens. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to make of that. The Grand Inquisitor did look a little bit more menacing, a little better than the first one, because there's a shot of him, the cameraman is like really low to the ground and you see him from the boots up and it looks okay. This whole like issue with the Grand Inquisitors is kind of a problem that's not going to go away, because you've got all of the fans that love the animation. So like if you've watched Rebels and you've watched the Clone Wars and you've also played the video game Jedi Fallen Order, then you are already emotionally invested in these characters. You are used to the Inquisitor looking in a certain way and speaking in a certain way. And I think for those fans, you know, whenever there's a transition from an animation character to live screen, then they're going to be a little bit disappointed, or they're going to be like, ooh, that doesn't look good. So, but I think I think probably, like, this is just guessing, okay, like I'd say about like 70-75% of Star Wars fans are not really into the animation. And it's up to them, that's their choice, you know. But if you don't watch the animation, you're missing like a huge chunk of the lore, you know, especially with the Clone Wars. There's like 7 whole seasons. So anyway, we'll see what happens. And yeah, it was interesting. There was one part that I didn't like, which was Kenobi doing Aikido.
Say, please put the gun away.
On the bounty hunters and on like the stormtroopers. I'm like, he's a Jedi, he can use his Force powers. Okay, I know that he's trying to like pretend that he's not a Jedi and stuff, but like, can we not have modern day martial arts put into a galaxy far, far away? So that will be good. No Aikido, please. What else was there? Oh, the best scene in the trailer was obviously with you know, Darth Vader. Is not only are we going to see him in his full regalia, but hopefully we're going to see Darth Vader like being put together. Like he's in the Bacta tank, as you know from Rogue One. He's on Mustafar and he lives in that chamber, like, and he has to do all this like corrective surgery, and he has all these droids around him, like working on him 24 hours a day to keep him alive. And he's in a bad way. So like the scene where they kind of like connect his metallic arm, which is not, that's the arm that we saw in the original, in the prequels, isn't it, from Revenge of the Sith? So that Anakin arm is like, and then just like seals on to this like fleshy, burned up stub of his upper arm, and then you get like the chest pack with his breathing apparatus, and that just like slides into his body. So he's just this like mangled up like cyborg, and oh, it's disgusting. And I think like that part of it, like showing Vader after Order 66, is gonna be pretty cool to watch. All right, so maybe there's a couple of story arcs going on at the same time. You've got like Vader and his newly acquired dark side Sith abilities, and he's trying to sort of come to terms with that. And then you have got on the other side, you've got the rebellion, which is not even, you know, it hasn't even been formed yet, but you've got the kind of the beginning of that with Kenobi hiding the twins, and then people trying to like join the cause to fight back. So there's like, I think there's these two big stories kind of that would like overlap each other. That was so good. Oh my god. Then the second thing was like, as soon as I'd finished watching the trailer, I was like, okay, now watch the Hasbro Pulse live stream. And I was like writing all these notes down. I was like, it's just too much information, I can't take it. Pretty good live stream actually, much better now because you've got all of the gang back. You've got the 4 of them. You've got Emily and Chris have joined the team again, and I like them very much. The live stream room, the studio, looked like a backdrop, like the Death Star. We are live from the Death Star, and I like that. I like that. They had a remote controlled R2-D2 that came in, and they interacted with it. Like it's still scripted and it's still kind of formal, but at the same time they're pretending that it's not formal, because again, I think those guys are like, they're not public speakers, you know, they're engineers, artists, they're action figure designers, so they're not really used to public speaking. And you can still tell that, you know, hands under the table, very rigid and stiff. But you know, it was better than the last couple. It seems like now that COVID's over and these guys don't have to quarantine and do like those terrible live streams like on Skype or whatever platform they're using. Now that they're back in the same building and they can actually plan these things, I think it's like getting much better. So some of the reveals, we got the figurine Dan, and we talked about all the different instruments. The Cantina Band, we're going to collect. I'm just going to get as many as I can because I like the build-up pack that Eric introduced with all. There's so many different instruments, and like I can't remember the names of like any of them. It's so hard. I think if I was going to do that live stream and I was in front of the camera, the first thing I'd do is I would just go memorize Wikipedia. I would just sit there and spend like an hour just reading Wikipedia and get all their names in my head, the names of the instruments, because it's really hard. I'm really super happy with those reveals, and but I'm not really happy with the. Again, it's like they reveal some really cool stuff, and then everyone gets super happy and goes wow. But then we all know that the distribution still sucks, and then the availability is like, even if they do distribute it and it's over here, can I get one? How, like, it's not good. So that situation is just not changing at all. Yeah. And I think probably the highlight was the 187th Battalion Clone Trooper, that's Mace Windu. That's Mace's battalion, right? So you can use this guy. That would be really super cool. But then they were like, this is a Walgreens exclusive, and everyone was like, no shit, because we had this problem with the 212th Walgreens exclusive. No one can freaking find it. I don't even have it, and I'm a retailer. What's going on? So yeah, it looks nice, but come on, man. What else do we have? The Republic droid from the prison ship in The Mandalorian was good. Like, we do need to have a balance, right? You've got your heroes, your villains, you've got your Force users, you've got the alien characters, you've got the droids. You need to have a nice female characters, male characters. You do need to have a nice mix for the collectors, all right? You can't just say, hey, look, all clone troopers. That make you happy now? You can't do that. So like we had a couple of droids revealed. One was the Republic, the security droid. I liked that one, and the other one was like a pipeline reveal. I'm gonna have to check my notes. Wait a minute, HK87, and he was in that episode with Assault Katana. He's like an assassin droid, and that's pretty cool as well. I mean, I like to collect droids. The Q90 I thought was a freaking wicked Black Series figure. I like that one. So, yeah, I didn't mention 3.75, the vintage collection. Lots of build-up packs. You've got, I like what Emily's doing with that. You've got the Phase 1 Clone Troopers. That was nice to see. And also, like, my favorite figure of the vintage collection has got to be the Assault Stormtrooper, the Imperial Assault Trooper, with his rotary blaster rifle, his big mama gun. Oh, painless. That accessory, like, just on its own, I've been trying to get that for a long time, because I want to army build my clone troopers. And like, there's that really, if you're a Clone Wars fan, there's this really famous scene where a bunch of clone troopers die, and it's like the last man standing, and the clone trooper, I don't know his name, maybe you guys can tell me in the comment section, he's got one of these Gatling guns, and he's just blasted, he's surrounded, he's encircled by droids, the separatist droids, and they all know they're gonna die, but he's just like, he's gonna go out in a blaze of glory for the Republic, and he's just going fuck you, and that's like, he doesn't say fuck you, but that is like, that just sends chills down my spine. I love that scene so much. I gotta get some of them rotary blasters for my figures, and especially for my action figure posing videos. Oh, so freaking cool. So yeah, all the TVC stuff looks really awesome too. Brilliant live stream. So now I'm thinking, like, what's happening to Attack of the Clones? Like, it's the 20th anniversary. It was 20 years ago, and you know, we've been getting a lot of anniversary stuff, and even like with the Tartakovsky style card backs, Grievous, Fordo. I want to see that this year as well, because they went down really well with my customers. The collectors were just, they couldn't get enough of those figures. So I'm wondering, they're probably just going to hold that back maybe until Anaheim. They did say that the Hasbro team are going to show up to the Star Wars Day celebration not Star Wars Day, the Star Wars celebration in Anaheim, and there's going to be a whole bunch of like other stuff they're going to show us. So that's cool. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited for the rest of the year. I mean, right now, I think with like what happened yesterday, May the 4th, I think now everything is like, the referee has blown the whistle and it's kickoff time. Let's go. The rest of the year is just going to be Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars in your face. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. What else is there to say? Oh, lastly, my company. My company is not called Return of the Nerd. This just like some geeky name I made up for my social media, okay? So like my Instagram, YouTube, and my Facebook page are all called Return of the Nerd Star Wars, or just Return of the Nerd, okay? So you can go check out all of my social media. I'm trying to get my YouTube channel up to like 2K, and then I'm gonna start doing like some live streaming as well. Pretty exciting stuff. I want to grow my channel and get it bigger. I'm on almost 1,500 subscribers. It's good. I'm enjoying it. Lots of comments every day and people to interact with. I think that's the most important thing for me. I'm very talkative, if you haven't noticed. I like to talk to Star Wars fans, okay? And then in America, like some of the collectors finally got their Ahsoka Tano deluxe TVC packs arrived, because I sold like a lot of cases recently, and I know that the shipping in America is like brutal, so I put these, not me, okay, my partner Queenie, she's awesome, she came up with the idea to switch to a much more durable box and then put these plastic stubs on the corners to give it a little bit of extra protection. And I've been sitting here waiting for like, when's it going to arrive, and then finally today, on May the 6th, one of my customers in Florida is like, I got it, and it's in like brand spanking new, like no one's, it's like, did anyone even touch this? Like, it's amazing. There's even the box, there's no creases, there's no dents or anything. So I'm really happy. Like, I'm praying that the rest of them arrive in the same good condition. All right, first of all, we tried these ones first, but then they were a little bit on the large side. So I think you can see the difference. Like, that's a bit too over the top, isn't it? Yeah. All right. My next video is coming up soon. I opened Echo. Oh yeah, baby. The Bad Batch, Echo, and I opened Commander. I'm gonna say Captain Bligh. Captain Bligh sounds like a pirate. I opened Commander Bligh, and I've got all my clone troopers out, so I'm gonna do some kind of action figure posing video. That's gonna be the next one, and then. Man, this is gonna be like, I'm gonna be sitting here like doing videos like almost every day now because there's so much info and intel coming out for Star Wars fans. This is great. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe, share the word, and I will see you in the next one. This is the way.